Check this out. I see a lot of, spiritual people on the internet talk about the energy, being alone. They talk about, oh, yeah, God put you alone because God needs you to evolve, whatever. Man, fuck all that bullshit. Look, the reason a lot of people is alone is because a lot of people don't know how to bring their own mind to the forefront and actually use their mind to affect the world. Because if you a strong spirit, you're not supposed to let the world affect you. You're supposed to build such a strong mind where, because good, God needs to use you as a vessel. So you need to create a mind that's so strong that it can withstand any type of energy current. Meaning, this is why the Bible makes the allegory of any weapon, no weapon by any means formed against you shall prosper or shall work. Because that's basically saying whatever rock is thrown at you. Because when they be talking about the Bible about the rocks that were thrown at Jesus, he's talking about mental forms, thought forms. Because remember, humans, people, is stuck in density. They're stuck in reality. So they're gonna look at you as kind of like being unrealistic with your mindset, whatever you put your mind on, whatever you're trying to bring to reality. Because anybody who has a dream, anybody who has a goal that is worthwhile, that is not seen in this reality, because you actually connected with God in your mentality, God's going to give you some new thought forms, some new feelings, some new things about the world to bring into it, so you can actually start to affect the world, so you can actually start to affect humans that be living in it. All a human is just somebody a spirit that's stuck inside of a soul that don't know how to go to another space and create a new body for it to observe what's going on in reality. So by you being alone, what's that gonna do for you is that's just you basically taking time off to figure out kind of like, because you're supposed to participate in the world. Because look, this is a mistake that I already did in another life. Because I like to create like spiritual realms, spiritual worlds, and not participate in the world based on me seeing like, okay, these humans, they stuck in some bullshit and they don't really understand that. They don't understand like, the truth about God. So they rather invest in, material security and safety, third dimensional shit, rather than being able to develop their fourth, fifth, sixth dimensional body by going to the seventh, eighth, ninth dimension and giving death and rebelling and creating their own structure rather than using the world structure as a form of security, safety, and stability and things like that. So these people, they don't know how. They don't know what it means to create a new mind. They don't know what it means to renew your mind and things like that. So if you're alone right now, look at it like, okay, you're just taking a break from the world, because somewhere deep inside you understand like the world don't really understand you. So you kind of don't want to participate or put your energy out there, because you're either in this realm, in this reality, you're either gonna create your own wave and make people see and feel what you see, not by force, but by you just putting your energy signature out there. Kind of like how I be making these videos, whatever you be into and things like that. Because these are just all, if you're using art, music, if you're a public speaker, whatever you into, these are just different mediums that we use to use our different, faculties, to use the different elementals to, explore and kind of express what's in our yin realm and express that and put that out there rather than just keeping that out there. Because eventually you're going to want to share those things. Like, if someone is about to fuck you over, you probably want to express that rather than keep that in your yin realm. Then you're just kind of keeping that energy pent up and you're not bringing something to the surface that should be brought to the surface. So when you're alone, really you're just learning how to bring things to the surface better. And the better you create a medium that allow you to express those things, based on whatever you be into. Because all you got to do really is just see what have you been doing since you was a kid, and chances are you're naturally already doing that energy spectrum. But sometimes we might do that energy spectrum in a demonic way and kind of like expect the world out there to deal with our bullshit, but really we should be dealing with our stuff. So that's when shadow work comes in. Chances are, if you're alone, you probably have to do some shadow work and things like that. Kind of understand your demonic natures, understand kind of like, where you come short. Because, if you're living in a human vessel, you automatically kind of demonic a little bit. And we be learning about our own internal natures and the things we do to come short. Like, for example, for me, sometimes I might create a dream world and live there rather than me actually bring that dream world here, let's say through art, or through, public speaking and things like that, and share my vision and my feelings, how I see and feel about things in the world with people and things like that. So that'd be a negative demonic, not that it's bad or good, because that's something that I'm going to be doing anyways. But the question is, how can I take that thing that is seen, that is done negatively by me, and how can I make that and express that more positive and remove the demonic nature? So by me living in a dream world, you can come up with a lot of imaginations. You can come up with a lot of things that you can bring to the third dimension to explain some, cosmic, dimensional shifting type of shit, however you want to put it, based on these cosmological hierarchy and the order of these planets and things. There's a lot of different on the cycle we be in general. So the better I can take that negative energy and put that in a better light, then that would allow me to reap more from what I've previously sown in another life. Because the only way I would be doing that is because somewhere deep inside I'm afraid of expressing my imagination, afraid of expressing my feelings. So I create some type of energy where I repress those feelings in that dream world and trap myself in that reality, and that'd be like something in your yin realm, something in my yin realm that I had to learn to deal with and bring that forth, rather than me just creating a safe haven. Because look, you're never gonna be safe. That's why they say shit like, you gotta learn to be uncomfortable with, be comfortable with the uncomfortable, so you can actually grow. That's you going into new territory. That's you going to new space. Think about even the Moors, these Christians or whatever. They fought on land where they're not necessarily used to fighting, but they had to go there to fulfill whatever godly man-made mission they made. Because a lot of these niggas just be making up like man-made shit to go fight for, and a lot of these Jews just be using these motherfuckers to fight for their cause and things like that. So look at whatever negative thing you do right now and take that and put that in the positive energy, because you're gonna do that anyway. But we're trying to lessen the percentage levels which by we do those negative energies. It's not necessarily negative, it's just that it's too speculative. It's not concrete. It's not like a condensed energy particle. You have to take your mind and build a condensed energy particle and put that energy out there, and you make sure people get hit by that ray of light. So not necessarily get hit, but you putting your ray of light out there so it can be expressed, so it can be seen. Like, for example, did Disney movies and things like that. A lot of people put Walt Disney, whatever, he put a lot of his imagination into movies and things like that. And look at how Disney movies affected the imaginations of many people and made them develop thoughts and feelings that are, in his world. So he explained to you a feeling, he explained to you an idea through, a cartoon film and things like that. And that lived on for generations. So you don't want to be holding back and repressing yourself. You want to create some type of formula, some type of system to express yourself and, hopefully reap benefits, attract like-minded individuals, attract people that are supposed to be in your circle, because that's what people got to understand. That's a lot of the time, that's why you're kind of alone, because you're not expressing yourself truly. You're trying to vibrate on a fake spectrum, and eventually you're going to get tired of doing it, because really it's what's seen as normal. Again, it's what's seen as safe. It's what's seen as being secure. And since that's what's seen as safe and secure, that becomes your norm. But really, that's not really in your nature to do that. But we all do that because, again, we all want to fit in. We all want to experience the world that the shadow government created. And, if we're not in the world that the shadow government created for us, then we might start to feel alone. We might just feel like, we kind of like heretics a little bit. But really, you in the process of creating something new. So I want to encourage you to keep going on your journey and keep creating that new mind that's going to be seen as something maybe ridiculous at the beginning, but as long as you continue to fine tune it and hone your craft, that's going to be the best thing that anyone has ever seen. You're going to be like a new inspiration in the world. You might be the next Walt Disney. You might be the next Michael Jackson, the next big whatever, because that's what God needs us here to do. God needs to become uncomfortable and create some new comfortable shit and keep being uncomfortable. That's just the cycle of life. That's just the cycle of creation. And if you don't like it, you might not be fit enough to live yet. You might need to stay in your mama's basement a little while longer. But just know God's going to create a situation to bring you out of that fucking basement, and you might not like it. But yeah, that's all. Yeah, real shit. So make sure. So being alone is not bad. Just don't use it for negativity and be a bum and just play like, Just play games on yourself and avoid your nature and the problems in your life that are causing you to be alone. Because you want to participate in the world, but you want to do it from a state of being that align with you. Real motherfucking shit.